evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is John Wilson speaking, the national spokesman for the Freedom Union here in Australia. And today is Friday, January the 31st. And welcome all of you to this podcast, which is the State of the Union number 2 in 2025. I hope you're all well. In tonight's podcast, ladies and gentlemen, I want to dive straight into the Freedom Union's latest, most recent launched campaign, and that is the reporting of war crimes to the International Criminal Court. Now, the Freedom Union has launched this facility on its website. Obviously, you must be a member of the union to be able to utilise this feature of the website, okay? But thus far, we have about 100 thereabout war crimes that have been reported to the International Criminal Court. I'm rounding off here, okay? It's around about 100 thereabouts that have been reported, 100 war crimes that have been reported to the International Criminal Court. And I just don't have the list of the criminals that we have reported against each one of them, but I'll try and get that out to you in next week's State of the Union report, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to really impress upon all of our members out there how important it is that you go to our website and complete the process there to report these war crimes to the International Criminal Court, okay? You log on, you go in, you fill in the form, the paperwork that goes back to the union. The union triages the allegations, etc., and then lodges it on your behalf. A receipt comes back with a letter from me that goes to you, that you download and send to the war criminal. Okay. Now, the feedback that I've got one of our union members who is a retired person that's worked in law enforcement, and she has said that 4 hours she contacted the union, filled in the form, and within filling in that form and then going through the process and getting a letter back confirming that her war crime allegation has been lodged. And she said it couldn't be easier, and it complete turnaround time in 4 hours, okay? Very, very happy. And she was a very tough, critique, okay, this particular lady. And she gave us the thumbs up. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's not that difficult. We've made it as easy as possible, and as user-friendly as we can. So please, if you are got debt collectors on behalf of these councils, if you've got demands being made by taxation departments and others upon you to pay monies that breach the Rome Statute, then please contact us. Please contact us so we can lodge a war crime allegation before the International Criminal Court. And the moment we do that, right, again, there's two reasons that we need to get this happening very quickly. One, it tells everyone the playing field that we are operating under, which is international law. The moment we start lodging war crimes with the ICC, there's no doubt as to what jurisdiction the Freedom Union is operating under. It's international law. So that's the first thing. But the second thing is this: our entire legal footing, your entire legal footing changes the moment you lodge a war crime with the ICC, because the moment you lodge that war crime, as we discussed with international law expert Jason Strong last week, the moment you do that, you become a witness And the moment you become a witness, any steps, and each and every step taken by these councils and debt collectors, and that, it's another crime. So all they do, once you've lodged that first war crime application, once we've done it on your behalf, right, every single action, these councils, these courts, these cops, these bloody, debt collectors take against you, it's another crime committed. They just keep digging themselves deeper and deeper into the hole. So very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. If you are under siege by these people, if they are demanding monies off you, rates, fine, taxes, levies, any of this stuff, please join the Freedom Union and fill in a war crime application with us, and we'll get it lodged on your behalf. Okay? Now, up to date, like I said, we've got about 100 war crimes lodged, and it's climbing. It's climbing, and the number of war criminals that we are lodging against is climbing as well. We've got to put our pedal to the metal. The more crimes we report and the more of these belligerent occupants that we can get named, personally named as war criminals, the better. Okay? So please, ladies and gentlemen, keep going and keep urging people to lodge these war crimes with us, okay? We're the only ones doing it, ladies and gentlemen. We're the only ones out there doing it, mate, and collecting all of the evidence and keeping the evidence under lock and key, okay? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to move on to our next one. We've just released on our website, please go and have a look. We've just released a new script to be used if you are pulled up while you are travelling in your motor vehicle, okay? It's a short script that you are to quote to the police with your union card, okay? So we've released that transcript, okay? Have a look at it, utilise it, print it out, laminate it, and have a copy just in the glove box of your car in case you are pulled over, okay? Okay, just move on for a couple of other things, ladies and gentlemen. Some short reports. The Aussie Cossack, I'll just give a short report there. Simeon is a member of the Freedom Union, and he's been under siege by this two-tier policing. He's been set up on a very bodgy charge with this incident down in Sydney, and, they wanted to jail him. And now he's only out of jail under the protection at the Russian consulate in Sydney, but he's being protected by international law, diplomatic law, okay? And so I just want to stress to everyone out there that at certain times this international law can be very, very, very powerful, ladies and gentlemen. Simeon is only free now, or when I say free, not incarcerated because of international law, okay? But Simeon is a member of the Freedom Union, and he deserves and will receive all the protections and all of the defence that the Freedom Union can offer, as it would offer each and every union member out there, okay? Now, the hope is, or the plans are, I'm hoping, that we can get some regular interviews with the Aussie Cossack, and we can get those posted on our own channel here, the Freedom Union, but also on the George Galloway channel as well, to give us a lot more exposure. So I'm hoping to line that up with Simeon so we can do some regular interviews and talk about some of the geopolitical stuff that's unfolding, particularly as it relates to President Vladimir Putin and Russia, and a lot of the stuff that's going on in the USA. A little bit of short reports, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know that an activist within the Freedom Union, and this activist and I have had a discussion. It's been brought to my attention that the state government, the up here in Queensland, but those responsible for operating these sewage treatment works have been releasing massive amounts of untreated sewage down into our river system, and they've been. It's causing lots of taint, lots of serious downstream problems. Okay, so I just wanted to let everyone know that a freedom of information, application has been lodged with these government authorities, demanding that they hand over the amount information about the amount of sewage that's being discharged, but also when has it been monitored, all of this safety stuff. Okay, now what I'm trying to do, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to look for some international law that gives us some protections against being poisoned and against having government release toxins into our system. Okay, so that's the angle, and it's not just about the sewage. Also up here in Queensland, we have massive fire ant sprays. Okay, they're spraying fire ants, allegedly fire ants, within water catchment areas, and these creeks are running into the river, and they're poisoning big heaps of fish in the river. This fire ant poison is super duper toxic, ladies and gentlemen, and they're spraying it everywhere. Raw sewage, fire ant poisons, Vax poisons, you name it, in our water, fluoride, everything we eat, everything we drink, everything we breathe, everything we bathe in, these monsters want to poison it. So what I've done is made application with this activist to get this information, okay, about what's going on with all of this raw sewage being released. We're looking at international law to see what laws there can give us some protections, and we're also going to try and marry in the damage that they're doing with this fire ants as well, okay? It's an attempt by the Freedom Union to show that ordinary members out there in the community that we are relevant, we are worthy of their support, and we are worthy of getting behind, okay? So, I just thought I'd pass that little bit of information on so that people can see that we're not just focused in on one particular area. The next one I want to talk about information, ladies and gentlemen, is about this debt recovery agency called SPER, S-P-E-R, okay, the acronym SPER. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this organisation is off the leash. I have got no idea under what lawful authority they're operating, but they are literally, a law unto themselves. Some of the reports that we are getting in that some of the tactics that this SPER has deployed are shocking, absolutely breathtaking and shocking, okay? Now, I want everyone to know that we are the Freedom Union is looking for some avenues that we can pursue SPER and shut them down, do something about them, okay? So that you understand some of the things we're looking at. We're not there yet. We've got to suss this out and do our homework, ladies and gentlemen. But under international law, ladies and gentlemen, the Attorney General here in Australia. Now, I know I get the argument. I do. I get the argument about what is the true status of these people. Are they just a fraudulent, belligerent occupation, or are they a government? Right now, I understand all of that, but for the sake of me not having to talk double talk and triple talk, okay, to different audiences out there, I'm just going to talk very plain, okay? Look, under international law, the Attorney General, allegedly, Mark Dreyfus, has the lawful power to order, compensation, right? He's got the power to order reparations. If laws have been breached and it is fair and just that reparations take place, then Mark Dreyfus has the ability, has the power to order reparations, okay? Now, it's the Freedom Union's position that if he has that power, that authority to order reparations, then Mark Dreyfus should lean on that authority and order Spur to return all of the stolen money to all of the people that they've taken it off illegally, okay? And we want to put pressure on the Attorney General, Mark Dreyfus. There's an election this year, folks, but we want to put, and we're not suggesting you vote, I'm just simply saying there's an election this year. But we want to put pressure on the Attorney General to order Spur to return all of those stolen monies that they've taken off those people that have been set up and stung by this fraudulent organisation. Okay, so we're looking at international law. We're looking at our options with regard to Spur. We're looking at the Attorney General's powers, reparations and the payment of reparations, etc., and we're going to investigate to the fullest extent possible. Okay. Some more information, folks. I'm ploughing through the information, okay, folks. There's no Q&A tonight. We're just going to get in and have a information exchange. Today, the third and final Provost Marshal, the set of 6 letters. This is the third in a set, have been sent by registered mail today to the former former Governor General David Hurley, and to those list of international and national key players. Okay, so this is the third. We've got no answer back. The 2 registered mail that was sent to David Hurley were returned to my office here at level 27 at Santos House. They were returned unopened. The others have not been returned or not been answered. Okay, so as per the law, after serving 3 times by registered mail, as we've done, it's considered official service. So we've done our job there, seeking the protection of a Provost Marshal, enforcing international law for Freedom Union members. Okay, so that letter has gone out today, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, look, I'm going to try and just wind up. We're 20 minutes in and I'm going to punch the information out tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, look, everyone in this country needs this Freedom Union to be active and it needs to be injected into the Australian body politic, okay? And there is massive societal changes coming, massive societal changes coming. And the Freedom Union, everyone in this country needs the Freedom Union in on this equation to participate. We have a lot to offer, a lot of experience to bring to the table, and I believe it is very badly needed, okay, very badly needed. The Freedom Union team have got great experience in societal change, managing change as it comes through. And ladies and gentlemen, the change that's upon us is going to be colossal. We are going to see millions and millions of old school jobs go, okay? We're going to see industries disappear. Already I'm seeing artificial intelligence being deployed in the area of law, and it's going to make the lawyers redundant. I mean it. This artificial intelligence You can get it, give it clear instructions to write response letters using certain textbooks and certain law books as its sources of authority, and it will put them out better than any human could write these, these submissions. I can't see the legal profession surviving this. I also can't see any of the accounting profession surviving. This artificial intelligence is just going to eat them alive, okay? There won't be one job left standing in the legal profession, and there won't be one job left standing in the accountancy. But it's not all. You're going to see in construction, you're going to see with this prefabrication that they're going to do, they're going to print building parts and just ship them to site and just bolt them together. They're not going to build anything on site anymore. You are going to see trades disappear rapidly, never to be seen again, okay? You're going to see, I honestly don't know how anyone working in the existing public health system, I mean, I don't think the public health system is going to survive after what they've just been involved in with coronavirus and the mass murder of thousands and thousands of people. I mean, I just got no idea how they're going to survive, and I don't think they will. And I think that, the massive crimes against humanity that they've been involved in, coupled up with the release of new technologies to treat and cure diseases and injuries and those things that people have, with frequencies and other types of technologies, I think the public health system is not going to survive, and I don't think there's going to be one job left standing in it, okay? Big Pharma's going to collapse. You're going to see massive class actions against Big Pharma. It's going to collapse. I don't think the media, the mass media, it's dead in the water. It's going to die as well, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be millions and millions of jobs losses. You're going to see industries disappear, and you're going to see new jobs and new industries and new inventions and all of that come to the fore, okay? And the Freedom Union has a fantastic role to play in managing all of that through and helping the Australian people take advantage of these opportunities, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, join the Freedom Union. It's $200 a year. It's not a big risk for you, and the benefits that we bring to the table are unquestionable, okay? We are seeking to use international law to provide protections against these tyrannical actions taking place by this belligerent occupation. They're off the leash. They're only going to get worse. They're not going to get better. You can't vote your way out of this, ladies and gentlemen. You can't. Don't believe any of these lightweights in the freedom movement who tell you that you can vote your way out of this with a new political party. You can't. You can't. The corruption and the people involved in this are dug in too deep. They're dug in too deep. You cannot remove them by way of voting them out, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, that brings me to a close. We're getting on 30 minutes into tonight's upload. Please join the Freedom Union. Please, if you're in the union, complete the war crimes application. Get that done, okay? Have a look at the new wording for your travel arrangements, okay? It's a travel script. Check that out, okay? The Provost Marshal letter has been served, so we've covered all of our bases there, okay? All in all, ladies and gentlemen, the union is pretty much where it should be, okay? It's 3 months old, 4 months old, still very young, trying to get back on its feet or trying to get on its feet. This is the sensitive time, okay? The union is trying to get itself on its feet and trying to establish itself. Please, if you are a member of the union, go out and recruit one more. Let's double our numbers, ladies and gentlemen, by recruiting one more union member, okay? Go out and do it. Ladies and gentlemen, no Q&A tonight. We're cutting straight to the chase. Big exchange of information, punching out the information out there. I'm back next Friday night with another. Tune in. Appreciate it. I'll try and line up a Cossack interview, and also we've got an interview coming up with a Western Australian member Steve O'Brien, the editor and producer of tonight's show, is going to do his first interview. And this guy in Western Australia has just had, he's been battling local council not paying rates, and he's just had over $8,000 taken out directly from his bank account. Okay, so I'm going to get Steve O'Brien to interview this particular chap and let everyone out there know how off the ropes this belligerent occupation is. I just want to know, when are you going to get sick of this? It's easy to stop, ladies and gentlemen. It's easy to stop. You just got to want to do it. Okay, thank you, Steve O'Brien. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. John Wilson out.
This ad's out.